tone. They ain't got no job, niggas wanna take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to town. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like a 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit there making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Lose it on my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to town. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tearing out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear shit at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk, cause I be really out my mind. When the head don't work, I guarantee to get the line. They all talk, dog, it's a room full of brines. I'm royalty that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Who's up my car? I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin.
Come on, Q. You hear me, Q? Hold on, make sure I ain't got on the same shit.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Chargers.
God damn.
Point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
I fucked that pick up.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Dang.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They look to throw. It's Locke. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Damn, what the fuck?
And picked up by the Chargers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
What the fuck?
And maybe that's the perils of
What
being
the
a
fuck?
rookie running back in the NFL. I mean,
What
look,
number 3? God damn, Derwin James.
but in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you get away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's
What's
now
going on
7-5.
around here?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes. Stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. From the gun, it's Locke. And Walker has it. He's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Damn.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it fourth down. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. To return is Roberts. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll spot it at the 49. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Come. I can't even.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Herbert. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly.
Man, what the fuck, man?
Being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
That's crazy.
Over at the 26-yard line.
That's crazy.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown! Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Hello.
Coming to the line here to begin their next
Hey, I'm
drive.
doing fine. How you doing?
Offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on.
So how do you enjoy your vacation?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 33 yards, the final tally.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them get out of this hole.
What's that? What was it?
Room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe
Vision is so important for the man.
How many cities do you usually get semester? Like 50, between 50 and 100?
Diagnose a play and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Oh.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke.
Oh, wow.
Finding Walker complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And some space here. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Well, I do have an update for you. I got task 1 submitted and approved. I'm still working on task 2.
This is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, I got a little sidetracked because I do football throughout the weekend. I be dog tired when I come home from that, since we got the hurricane coming this week, or the North Carolina, I should have some time.
They seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
I understand.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
No, sir, that's it. I'm glad you enjoyed your vacation. I just wish it was longer for you. Yes, sir. All right, yes, sir. Will do. Thanks.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after one. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Block working out of the gun. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another first down. Block gonna throw. It's incomplete.
Damn, that was a touchdown, man. Fuck.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Locke again. Throw out wide to Walker. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing now is Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Herbert gets this into the hands of Allen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Herbert now. He finds his target, Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there.
Damn, I thought he caught that. Ooh, Jesus.
And takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second down, Eckler. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
Point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Lock to throw on second down. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Here we go again with this bullshit, man.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt. And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Here's Herbert. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Justin Hopkins for the Charger field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing we're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... And he fires one that's intercepted.
Was that roughing
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll take this across
midfield that roughing?
And inside the 45.
God damn it.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster. And you
how's that roughing?
Not right next to each other.
Well, let me hush. I ain't see it.
Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Locke. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass out.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Locke now to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now down to 20.
Chargers 27, Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 29, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, Herbert. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this.
Damn, what the fuck did I do that?
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Oh my fucking God, bro.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. Block off of play action.
What the fuck are you just steal?
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Seahawks.
On first down, Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
15 yards on the play. And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. He's got room at the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Herbert. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Diggs. And the Seahawks will take over.
The first one was bullshit, but you got that one.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions.
That first one was bullshit, but you got that one.
Experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here.
God damn it, man.
Complete.
I knew it.
Touchdown, Seattle.
wasn't
DK
quick enough.
Metcalf, 88 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score.
Yeah, you won't throw it to him.
Urgency, yet relaxed
somebody
enough to get it done.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Oh, my.
For more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Herbert throwing again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Colin Johnson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy.
You see that, Tony? You see that?
Contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way.
That nigga got 85 speed. I don't know who he got at safety.
Distance traveled there after the
Well, he just got burnt.
on the next gen stats.
I gotta look at that.
Touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And you forgot, Tony, that the previous play was a touchdown.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it all pretty hard. But also, you might want to look at
You see it, Tony.
see what he has.
You see it.
He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running
Man, I
back.
can't get a fucking yard.
Back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And this is
Fucking jump.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Locke's throw caught here by Metcalf.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... Second and 2. They look to throw. It's Locke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the
Dang on, Mac. Let's go.
These guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, Mac.
Deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Damn, that wasn't Mac. That was James. Derwin fucking James.
With a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Up the middle with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there. It's second and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 28 yards. And the Chargers are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Hey, Tony, these Giants don't look like this at all.
Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
All right, Madden 22. No, what's this? Madden 23? This Madden right here. It matters what team you got, what quarterback you got, and what player you got. All that shit matters.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Damn,
No escape for
that's the other hand.
Chris Rumph, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there, but
what the fuck?
This one complete downfield on the left side, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce.
Damn, he fucking caught that shit.
Taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Good one, able to haul it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside.
My linebacker got sucked in.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And very little there. He might have got
I was supposed to be covering that rep, but my linebacker got sucked in.
Seems pretty obvious defensively.
Yeah, I didn't want to cheat.
Stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. This game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point,
I like that, Bosa. I like that, Bosa.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. Here's Walker. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he is out of bounds here. Able to get 9 out of that pitch, but now 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. God.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete.
Hell yeah.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. And some room to run now. Touchdown, LA. Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Next to score, Chargers 59, Seahawks 42.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much.
Damn, he's wide the fuck open.
They're going to be disappointed about several
Everybody was wide the fuck open.
Game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.